Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1 and welcome to Boots on the Ground. If you have anything to add to it, send it to southernprepper1, the number 1 at yahoo.com. That is the only email I use. Do not fall for all these scammers. Let's get right into it. This person lives in South Jersey area near Philadelphia, and I shop at a popular supermarket. I often purchase distilled water. Usually it's $1.59. It's been raised now to $2.19 with a limit of 2. So if you're needing distilled water, you might want to start looking for it now. A lot of people say it's in short supply inside the United States. This is from Australia. They said the price of dog food within a 2-month period went from $50 to $78. That is a huge increase. This person said they don't eat meat, but they shop at Winco in Sacramento, California, and they are actually got a program where they'll give you a free turkey if you purchase $125 of other things in their store. So take advantage of that. We all probably have heard by now Russia had a huge attack on Ukraine involving missiles. They thought 2 of the missiles went across the border into Poland. I don't know if this has been determined yet, but some are saying that this was Ukrainian missiles that were fired to knock down the Russian missiles that went across the border. Killed 2 people, caused a little bit of damage. I personally don't feel Russia would purposely target Poland with only 2 missiles. I think it was either an accident by Russia or it was an accident by Ukraine trying to shoot Russia's missiles down. This person says, I'm in Arizona. I went to my local store, and the only store in my area that sells veggies. If I don't go here, I have to drive a little bit of distance. It's a general store. They bought a few things, and they looked at their receipt. It was $15. The lettuce, for a small head of lettuce, was $5.85. So lettuce is in very short supply. I urge you, if you're in an area where you can grow greens, and a lot of people in the fall and winter can grow them, especially in the south or out west, look into growing your own greens so you don't have to pay these huge prices. This person also is in California, and I think it's the same store. They didn't tell me what store, but they have another program where you can buy $125 worth of groceries and get a free turkey. They had this same program last year, but last year you only needed to buy $100, so definitely seeing some price increases there. They also are saying that the fruits and vegetables go bad so quickly you have to go to the store every few days and buy what you're going to need and eat them immediately. And I have found that 100% true in my area in South Carolina. This person lives in Seattle. And I drove by the gas station today and noticed the price went down, which is great news. It is now $4.55 a gallon. Last week it was $4.85 a gallon. There are some shortages, but shelves get stocked eventually. In other words, nobody seems to notice anything around here. Costco just started to put a limit on eggs, butter, water, and baby formula. But nobody in these blue states seem worried about food storage. I think they supply the blue states to keep the sheep fooled that everything is just fine and dandy. Meanwhile, our family is still prepping. We've been doing this for 2 years, and our friends think we're nuts. Alarm bells are definitely not going off in my neck of the woods. You've probably all heard what Jeff Bezos said. I saw it myself on the news. He says the U.S. economy is likely to slump into a painful recession. He advised businesses and consumers to delay any big purchase, to stockpile cash, batten down the hatches. He says there's definitely going to be a recession. It's looming. So if he is saying that, and he is the one that sells or has Amazon products, and he wants you to buy, you need to heed his warning. So have a backup, have some cash. It's great to have survival supplies, but you never know what that unexpected bill is going to pop up. So be prepared to pay for that. Also, be prepared for a layoff. They are coming. Massive layoffs are going to come, and they're going to snowball. This person manages a store in Charlotte, North Carolina. Things are getting progressively worse, and they have communicated and given us boots on the ground before. Hiring is almost non-existent over the past 2 weeks. We've called 3 full pages of candidates from our hiring resource site. We managed to schedule only 4 interviews. Out of those, no one showed up. Speaking to other folks in a variety of businesses, there seems to be across-the-board consistency. Where are the people? The plus side of this is we did get a significant raise for myself and the management team since we're doing the work of 3 to 4 people each. Our logistics are so bad that we've had to resort to storing shipments in an off-site location since we can no longer keep up with processing. My store should have around 8,000 items on hand. We expect to hit 22,000 next week, and it's still coming. I lucked out and had a conversation with the wholesale manager for our company and received some pretty startling news. The most important, that specialty and luxury retailers are struggling badly. So much so that the company is negotiating a deal to sell our brand name products to discount stores like Burlington Coat Factory at a 50% cost or a loss. So if you're a prepper, don't waste your money on clothing, fashion, or luxury item this holiday season. Hold out. The sales next year are going to be insane. Buy food, medical items, and get out of debt now. He also said that sickness is running rampant. A friend of mine who manages a local Target told me she's having at least 10 to 15 call-outs a day from the flu, RSV, or any other disease or sickness. Last but not least, I just want to encourage people to think outside the box with their food prep. I was having a hard time for months finding whole kernel organic corn for making my own cornmeal tortillas, and eventually managed to find some through a pet supply warehouse. It was reasonably priced, dust-free, organic, and non-GMO. This person said, I heard a report, and they sent me a link, that 11 refineries are closed down. In this article, it named 9 of them, but 2 were converted to biodiesel. This could explain the diesel shortage in the U.S. Crude prices did jump early today after an Israeli tanker was hit by an Iranian drone off the coast there. I don't think there was any damage really done to the ship, but anytime anything happens with violence, dealing with oil supply, prices can go up. About a year ago, we all remember the huge amount of ships that were parked outside the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach. But right now, it's actually very low. They actually are very short. They haven't had this, the shortage since 2009. California handles about 40% of all cargo entering the country, and with them being so short, there's nothing being shipped in. And that's probably because they can forecast a recession and the demand for goods is not there. I live in New England and I just received my semi-annual auto insurance bill from Geico. My wife and I are retired with simple vehicles, no claims or accidents, and our insurance went from $693 to $875. That's a 26% increase. We have never seen an increase like this before. And people are seeing this all over the United States. It's basically because parts are costing more, labor is costing more. So if you get in a car accident or your car is damaged, it is going to cost the insurance company a lot more money to fix your vehicle. This person deals with putting in new water lines and plumbing. They said the stops on each water service, so that'd be your shutoff out front of your house, in any new construction. What's happening is they're putting in new subdivisions, and during the construction, water mains are tested for pressure and leakage. Normally, we test all the water lines in a day, but there is a shortage of the water stops. Contractors have like a 50 out of 160, so basically, he has to install those, test the lines, then he has to install those back on new homes, and so he takes them out, put them back in, so it's causing a lot of additional work. Once the main water passes, the project is still short a ton of stops, so you really can't occupy the houses. So it's a huge problem. It's creating a lot of work, and it's creating a lot of extra expenses just because of a shortage of parts. I work for a company in Illinois that makes dies for books, baseball cards, DVDs, covers, etc. All dies are made of either all brass or all copper. Today I contacted our vendor. No copper, 0. That's half of our work. ETA for copper next year. Our sheets of copper come from Germany. I hope we will survive. Losing 50% will be painful. This is incredible. This is just another nail in the coffin of our economy. Can't get simple things to continue their businesses. I did a move from Pennsylvania to Florida this weekend. No diesel shortage noted. Did 75% on the highway. In the back highways. So the average price I saw was $5.27 a gallon. I only noticed diesel handles that were bagged was in Florida. The other day, one of your followers reported possible strikes after the midterm election. They got information that the California University educators and assistants are threatening a strike. Just more pressure on the system. This person said, nightmare on Walmart Street today. They had a problem with their order. We placed a pretty big order online this AM for curbside. My wife had multiple issues with the website, but eventually able to place the order. We got confirmation immediately, and the bank account was hit with a hold. 10 minutes later, the order was canceled by Walmart due to suspicious activity. Upon review of the order, first, they charged the wrong card and set us up to pick up at a wrong store, one that we've never picked up before. So we got online to place the order again, verify the card and pickup location, and order went through. Oh, but wait, cancel again. Same reason. So, the bottom line is they had to talk to someone in a far land to get everything sorted out. Then they had to do it again, and then the same problem happened. So eventually, basically what they did was they said, no, we're not going to do it again. So be very careful. There's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of problems. Don't fall for anything. You probably all heard the 11,000 being laid off at Amazon. More devastating layoffs. This person sent in, a month ago, the shrimp that I buy was $17 a bag. Now it is $33. Crazy. I've never seen prices so high in my life. This is important. This is from a culinary instructor that operates a restaurant at a school. We've been informed of major shortages and price increases from two major companies, from our regional manager for major food service companies that we use to purchase pretty much all of our food items, whether it be produce, dry goods, or frozen goods. I've been working with the same regional manager for almost 20 years. He informed us on a Zoom call 2 weeks ago that said Heinz, the ketchup company, will not be producing as much tomato products for 2023 because of the drought in the Midwest and West. We are in Massachusetts. He went on to say that by April 2023, it will be hard to find Heinz ketchup and all the tomato products that Heinz features because of the lack of tomatoes. My regional manager was warned to not offer or sell any Heinz product to new customers or customers who do not purchase large amounts of Heinz product, to pretty much sell their Heinz products to their loyal customers. Apparently, Heinz uses a specific kind of tomato from the Midwest and West. So you might want to, if you use Heinz or anything else, you might want to stock up on tomato products. The second bit of information I want to pass on is from PepsiCo. And PepsiCo has Lay's, they have the Tropicana, they have Quaker, they have Gatorade. We received a letter, which I will include, a picture of the dated October 20th, 2022. Basically, they are going to have price increases, and they don't want to have price increases, but they are coming. So it's just constant, more and more price increases across the board for everything. This person was in a Sam's Club in Arizona. I made a few observations. The AMC gift cards for the movie place used to be on display, and there's 2 tickets for $17.99. Now they went up to $18.99, and you get less of a discount on other things. So, and they thought it was funny because both old and new displays were right above each other, illustrating this. So I guess they left one up and should have taken it down, just to show you that, yes, everything is going up. Went by the turkey aisle. They had decent prices. They were only $1.19 per pound, but they probably only had about 20 turkeys in stock. The cooler was 70% empty. So get your turkey now for Thanksgiving. There was 3 or 4 rows of floor coolers for fish, salmon products completely empty. This person's from northern Indiana. I went to my usual Family Dollar. Upon entering, I noticed a note on the door. Our prices are wrong due to staff shortages. So they're already going to tell you point blank they're wrong. The other store said it was only going to be open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. I talked with the manager, and she told me no one wants to work for $9 an hour. So the manager has to stock, they have to check out the people, and that's why they've gone to shorter hours. This person, I went driving across the country this week and was amazed at the price of diesel. I saw it in Ohio for $6.38 a gallon. Almost everywhere it seems to be high. $5. I saw a lot of $5.99 in North Carolina. Plus, I saw a couple places where very short or out on mid-grade or premium gas. Was an interesting trip for sure. Our neighbor in Missouri is currently broken down in his semi in Washington State due to dirty diesel being sold. He couldn't get a wrecker all weekend. Hopefully we'll get one today. So be careful. If there's a shortage of diesel, they might be selling diesel that's not the best quality, or they might be getting it out of the bottom of the barrel. This person also said they were at a Dollar General and there was only 3 gallons of milk in the milk container, and it's a huge cooler that's usually stocked. This is pretty interesting. This is from Canada. Prior to November 1st, I was alerted through a Facebook post that the Royal Bank of Canada had changes in their online notification, and everyone should be aware. Well, I went into the notification, and one change in particular had to do with the ID verification through the mobile app. The change is that we would be asked to take a selfie on our phone for facial recognition as further protection before you entered your account. The notification message said if we log into our account either online or through an app as of November 1st, we were consenting or agreeing to all changes. Otherwise, it was mentioned that we could ask in writing for all of our funds to be removed from the bank. If we did not agree, we could no longer be a customer. I physically checked with the bank to see for sure that it was voluntary or optional to do facial recognition in order to access my account from my phone. Well, I went ahead and logged into my account beyond November 1st, thereby affirming my acceptance of the new changes. But just the other day, when needing to use my mobile app, I was not able to get in with my password the first time, nor the second time. But after the second time, a little box popped up saying, "You use your biometrics." I knew that this wasn't optional. I knew it was optional, so I just entered my password a third time and was able to do my banking. Just can't help but wonder how many people are currently unaware of these changes, or it is optional to do the selfie. So it sounds like it's optional, but if you can't get in, they're trying to trick you into it. So if you don't want to have that, make sure you just, I guess, sign in 3 times and you'll be into your account. But that is going to be widespread soon all over the world. Today at Dollar Tree, I noticed that a gallon of bottled bleach that we used to pay $1 for a year ago is now reduced in size to a half a gallon for $1.25. By any math, that is more than 100% inflation. They are now selling the banquet dinners that are only 8 ounces for $1.25. The box is half the size they used to be. Yesterday at Walmart, I bought a fresh turkey for 50 cents a pound. Today, this same turkey is $1.98. So do not hesitate if you need something. Last month, I broke my key fob for my Civic. The Honda dealer told me he would at least till May of next year before I could have a new one made. The chips are not available. And they said this is actually happening. Yes, it is happening. This is stores in Britain are now rationing eggs due to the supply issue because of bird flu. They're actually trying to import more eggs from Italy. This person had a problem with their 2019 Jeep SUV and it had a weird message on it, so I took it to the repair shop. It had a bad battery. It cost me $400. This person lives in South Central Kentucky. The local Kroger is having a sale on store brand turkeys with a $25 purchase. The turkeys are 49 cents a pound. So take advantage. Right now there's a huge amount of deals out there for turkeys. Please take advantage of them. We are running out of time, but let me just give you some good news. I have my all-in-one Medicare insurance with Aetna Freedom PPO plan. I got a $500 credit card in the mail that can be used for utilities, gas, and food. The letter stated that this is to help you with expenses since we're all struggling with the pandemic and now inflation. I paid my Wi-Fi, security, electric, and cell phone for the month and had money left over. So this was a great surprise. So there you go. There's something positive. Stay positive out there, and thanks for watching.